Rob, another disappointing afternoon. Obviously 3-1 up, 4-3 defeat here at Bolton. Can I get your overall assessment of the game first?
Yeah, I'll try to. First half was a bit, Bolton had a bit of momentum with the crowd, the new manager, but I thought we negated that well. I thought we started the first 10, 15 minutes. They obviously come into the game as you expect, but I don't feel like we ever really in the first half there was any really real threat, if I'm honest. I thought it was I thought we negated them pretty well. We had a few opportunities. We could have been better in possession. We didn't move the ball well enough to discourage them, but obviously it's a big occasion for a lot of the players in the big crowd. Second half, thought we started excellently. We score a good goal. Poor to concede straight after, and we should do better in terms of stopping the cross. But then the reaction again is fantastic, and then after that, to go 2 and 3-1 up was brilliant. I was pleased with Rushy and Swanee, and we had real pace and real threat in terms of transition and some fantastic finishes. And then, obviously controversial for me, but we got a player down injured in the box, and they're allowed to take a quick free kick. And we're just not seem to get the rubber of green. We've got to still switch on in those moments, but you feel harshly done by, because obviously you've got a player down in the box and the referee, you're not allowed to continue the game when that happens. But even after that, I thought we defended well and resolute, and Bolton were coming and they were chucking players on and kept coming at us. And the last 2 goals, the 2 deflections, I think when you are where you are, it just feels like everything falls against you. A shot from the edge of the box falls straight to the path of their striker, and then a pull back at the end of the game deflects and goes over. But we still got to manage it better. Obviously Rory, he's experienced enough to not make the second foul. So obviously that puts us on the back foot again, and we have players sort of getting through and out of position. So it's disappointing in terms of the result and the way we've lost the game. It really is. But we can't feel sorry for ourselves. We've now got to look towards the home games, towards Tuesday, and have a reaction for Stevenage, because we need to go and get points. We need to take the positives, as generic as it is, and understand that when you really break it down, I didn't think Bolton really hurt us today, but I felt like the rub of the green didn't go against us, and we didn't help ourselves in terms of our mentality towards the end. I think we could have been a bit more determined to see it out and sit in and steal a point. You do get things go against you, but you've still got to see it through, and we can't allow that to happen. It's happened twice now, with Bolton and Exeter, so it's something we need to address. Obviously losing Jez and Max isn't ideal before the game, but we have to adapt to that. Cammy come in, I thought he did well considering it was his first game, or first start, should I say. But ultimately it's just disappointing and frustration, because we put ourselves in a fantastic position yet again, and it shows that we're setting up right, we're getting the counter press right, we're getting the shape right, we're getting the attacking opportunities right. We've got to find a way, myself included by the way, of seeing games out and making sure we get the points.
Yeah, we can say what we want about the work rate and everything else, but ultimately in the last 2 matches we seem to have been denied by 2 decisions that would have potentially, who knows how the game would have went if that second goal hadn't have stood. But in the last 2 games it seems that we've had at least 2 points snatched away from us from decisions that we're not going to say anything that gets us in trouble, but decisions that just shouldn't be that hard to spot, and that's the most disappointing thing. And we've had press coverage after the Wrexham game, we've had apologies from people, but none of that matters when we're standing here right now and what should have been on the back of 2 great points.
Yeah, as a minimum. And I think that that second goal doesn't go in, and I thought we was defending resolute, we was defending really well. It's our own fault in terms of switching off, but still, when the player's down in the box, centre half's down in the box, you have to see that. And the 4th official obviously said the same thing, but between the lines when the ref, you can't allow that to happen. And again, it's frustrating on that side of it, but there's still a long way to go in the game. And I felt we managed it okay from there, but then the sending off obviously puts us right on the back foot. And I thought the energy and the work rate and the effort from the lads, especially against a team like Bolton who will move the ball and will wear you down, is obviously tough, especially going now with a game Tuesday. But look, we're not getting the rub of the green. You get 2 deflections falling in the path of people. It's frustrating, but look, all we can do is recover. The lads can recover as best they can. We can assess on Monday and look at where we're at and what we need to do better. And I think we just need to make sure that we attack Stevenage in the right way, because that's all you can do. That's all you can control. It's okay saying ifs, whats and maybes, but we have to attack what's in front of us. And I think we've been excellent at home. I'm looking forward to getting back at the Broadfield again, because I think the momentum and the support has been excellent, and I think we need to make sure that we capitalise on that and attack Tuesday.
Yeah, I don't want to keep banging the drum about officials and everything. I'm not sure many people's complaint today was with the amount of added time. It's just the consistency of that. I mean, there was time and time again we found ourselves, especially in home games, thinking, cool, we've got to have at least 8 minutes, potentially even to chase a game, or, you know, if we're even holding on, you're thinking there's going to be a lot of added time here, and then sort of 4 or 5 go up. It's felt like one of those games today where you're going, probably maybe 6, 7 or 8, but 12 minutes. Maybe 12 minutes was the amount of time that the ball was out of play if these are the rules now, but it's just the consistency of that that's so frustrating, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, 12 minutes is taking it back to that when it was
World Cup,
the World Cup and the start of the season before last, when it just got out of hand. And it's just actually, you know, there's no interpretation of it, of understanding. And like, we've had 3 serious head injuries and a couple of serious injuries today. So yes, you need to stop for the game, but secondly as well, like 12 minutes, come on, like you're just talking. Yeah, back to when it was ridiculous and we need to settle it down. So even that is ridiculous, you know. It really is, considering what the way the game went. But again, it's an excuse. You just got to manage it. We've got to be able to get through it. So it does feel like what can go against us is going against us at the moment. But that's football, and that's tough when you're down here and you come to Bolton away and we give such a brilliant performance for 65, 70 minutes of just finishing it off towards the end. And yeah, you know, I'm sure I'll get criticism, and that's absolutely fine. I'll take the criticism. But when you actually look at the goals, it's 2 deflections, and especially for the third and the fourth. And it's hard to criticise the lads in terms of that. I won't criticise the lads, but where we need to get better is that we need to make sure we have that understanding to control the game more when teams step on and try and take the momentum off the team by using the ball better. And again, like you say, we've got a lot of young players out there who wouldn't have been in this environment before, in front of 25,000, with the crowd going with a new manager in. And I think, you know, the squad and the players will be better for that long term, but obviously at the moment it hurts because we still want to come away with something, because yeah, I think the lads are giving me everything, and you know, when it falls short, it's tough, because we've got a good group who are honest and give everything for the cause. And yeah, losing a couple of people before on Friday, and then obviously a couple of injuries in the game is always hard to take.
Yeah, but there's now a chance to channel the positives from that performance, especially in an attacking sense, to 3 matches at home. You know, we're going to be pretty much back-to-back for Saturday, Tuesday for a while now, but that has its positives, which is a lot of potential 4 points. And as you say, it would be good to be back at home. Obviously, the players that went over towards the end, everybody got, you know, a fairly decent reception. So hopefully the fans can see the amount of effort that is being put in. And, you know, we'll channel that into some positivity around the Broadfield Stadium next week. 1,000,000%. I mean, the vast majority of the crowd are unbelievable, you know, in terms of, they see the lads give absolutely everything. It wasn't to be for whatever reason, you know. We've got to manage the moments with the sending off. We've got to manage the game better, whatever way you want to look at it. But I think ultimately the lads give everything. Come down to the fact that the pressure told, a couple of deflections, they get the third and the fourth. Another disappointing decision that goes against us when you feel like we need that little bit of extra help. But I thought, yeah, the majority of the fans were absolutely fantastic. And I do understand the frustration from some. All I would ask is just to stick with the team, you know, keep supporting, because, like you say, this team can show what it can do. And we have done, but we just need to all get over the line whichever way we can. And obviously all I can say is thank you to everyone that travelled. And obviously for the reception at the end from the vast majority, because ultimately, that football's high emotions and everyone wants the team to do well. You're a Crawley fan, Sam, you know that. You know how hard it is to control emotions after the game, but when things settle, we're giving great accounts of ourselves and we're getting there. We just, in a tough league with, you know, a young squad, we're just falling short for multiple reasons, and we just need to stick together, because it's there and there's enough there for us, and I genuinely believe we'll be fine. I genuinely do. But we need to make sure we keep going forward and we keep pushing on the front foot and we keep getting better, because the improvement's been there, the performances have been there. Now we just need to step on to Tuesday and tackle it with everything we can. Perfect. Thank you, Rob.